Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Laura Train Mama. Today we are having a look at the skim through of this Thomas and Friends annual. I think it's from 1992. So I'm going to skim through the annual. We'll have a look at the pages inside. Any stories I will upload separately, as I mostly always do, to give them the airtime they deserve. Okay, let's dive in. Just taking a moment to say how much I love this festive Sir Topham hat. Very cute, and I do wonder what are in these present boxes. Little scan of the old contents page there. First up is Storytime, Percy and the Vicar's Prizes. I will upload that separately, as I said. Over on the next page then is a picture to paint or to crayon or to use pens. Someone has already done this. Nice design. And then over on the right hand side is sort of a little maze really. You're helping Bertie get his passengers to Edward, and someone's already had a crack at that. The next section covers some bits for Thomas and Harold. So there's a little dot to dot type activity here. Over on the right hand side is Spot the Difference, which someone has already done. Over on the next page then is Storytime, Problem for the Twins. I'll upload that later. Over on the next page then, let's have a look. We've got a little maze, and then over on the right hand side someone has been very busy with those crayons. Well, biro or felt tip. Over on the next page then, a little section on Thomas and Bertie. Oh, someone's forgotten to do the activity, have they? So it's a copy and colour, so you're using the grid lines to help you achieve this look. And over on the right hand side is a Thomas and Friends word search. I have to say I do love a good word search. Over on the next page then is Thomas and the Swans. I'll upload that later. Over on the next page then is Join the Dots, and over on the right hand side is a Spot the Difference activity. You can also use your pens, pencils and crayons to get creative there. Lovely. Over on the next page then, we are now entering a section for Thomas and Toby. Over on the next page is a railway quiz. Over on the next page, Bertie to the rescue. Over on the next page then is a Join the Dots. Looks like someone has had a go at that with a pencil and some pens, and then continued their artwork over onto the right hand side to a picture to paint. Beautiful. Over on the next page then is a section on Thomas, Harold and Henry. Storytime, Galloping Sausage. Over on the next page are the answers should you be struggling with any of those activities. Okie dokie then, so that concludes the skim through of this annual. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop the video. If you are interested in listening to any of those stories, I do plan to upload them, hopefully same day today. And if I am lucky and I get them sorted, I will schedule them for, well, a short time later. And other than that, have a great day.